What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming. It's going to be a nice weird video because it's always fun to look at. Well, not so much fun, but it's always interesting to look at the current situation that Nintendo is in, especially when it comes to third-party support. In relation to what it is getting, what it's not getting, what it's in a weird place of getting, and the fact that that could all potentially change despite the underpowered nature of the system versus the huge amount of sales it could easily garner. So first off, yes, we all know Nintendo Switch is selling like crazy. It continues to sell off the shelves and is having stock issues even to this day, despite selling over 4 million units in the last couple of months since its release at the start of March. However, ever since its initial unveiling, its first proper unveiling anyway, not that couple of minute teaser we had back last year, but the one in January, we've all noticed that Nintendo Switch support from third parties has been very, very, very absent and cagey and dicey at best. And some companies have stepped up, and we have EA who are providing a cut down version of FIFA, and then other than that, it's basically nothing. We have a couple of other companies as well bringing out games. You've got Bethesda bringing out a port of a 6-year-old game in the shape of Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And you have other companies as well, like Capcom, who seem to be stepping up efforts, doing a little bit of ports and remasters and stuff like that. And now we have one company who has been pretty vocal about their actual support of Nintendo Switch. Not Ubisoft, they're basically best buds when it comes to Nintendo sometimes. But this company is their next biggest supporter for Nintendo Switch, and they've pretty much mentioned it the whole time. And that company is 2K Games. So 2K are mostly known, at least anyway, for their sports games. There's a bunch of other stuff too, but when it comes to the Nintendo Switch and the support they're going to offer, it's mostly coming down to their sports games. So far, they've announced two of them, NBA 2K18 and WWE 2K18, but here's where things get weird. First off, the NBA 2K18 was properly announced a while back, but WWE 2K18 was only announced very recently. But I'm going to put up an image on the screen now in a moment, and you're going to see why it's now getting a little bit weirder, and we're finding out a bit more about the whole thing. So, NBA 2K18 is going to release on PS3, PS4. Yes, that's right, it's going to release on previous consoles as well. Madness. PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PC, and only digitally on Nintendo Switch September 19th, 2017. So it's going to be physical and digital, I believe, on PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC. Granted, the PC version will just really be a digital code, but still. But it only releases digitally on the Nintendo Switch on September 19th. And what's interesting to note is that there will be a physical version later down the line at some point in what they call fall 2017. But they really only have a couple of months left after that. So where does that fit in as well? Before we go on and look onto where it actually fits in, we're going to go back and look at this graphic one more time. You'll notice that WWE 2K18 is going to release on PS4 and Xbox One on October 17th, 2017. Whereas WWE 2K18 is releasing on Switch at some point in fall 2017. So WWE 2K18 in general is going to launch later across physical and digital later on the Nintendo Switch than other platforms. And NBA 2K18 is only going to be released digitally at first on the Switch and much further, not much further down the line, but further down the line at a later date physically on the Nintendo Switch. Why is this all so weird, and why is this all happening? Now, you could argue it's, manufacturing issues and all. Realistically, it's not going to take them ages to do the whole game card thing. And I think, to be honest, what the deal is for NBA 2K18, at least anyway, because of the delayed physical release but the early digital release, I think what they're doing is they're just going to wait and gauge sales numbers. I think it's that simple. I think they're just going to wait and gauge sales numbers. And the point is that out of all the platforms they're listed, the Switch is probably the least likely to have any sales, or the one to have the least amount of sales, because there's over 60 million PS4s. There's tens of millions of people who still hang on to PS3s and Xbox 360s. There's 30 million Xbox Ones, hundreds of millions of PCs that can play NBA 2K18, and then we have the Switch. which has 4 million units, a little over 4 million units. And yeah, you know, it's not a AAA powerhouse. So it's a very interesting spot to see, but realistically, I don't know why WWE 2K18 is having a full-on later release on Nintendo Switch. That one kind of astounds me a little bit in every way. But the one bit that I do think is very strange is the delayed physical release of NBA 2K18. And to be honest, with Nintendo being the only supplier or whatever, you know, paying their extra manufacturing costs and licensing fees and all that are higher than everyone else's because of their game cards, because of all that, I realistically think 2K Games just want to gauge their sales numbers based on the digital sales on the Switch, as well as possibly not overstock and overpay on or over order on physical versions, because as I said, the Switch is in a weird place when it comes to third-party support. I don't think many people are buying a Switch thinking, yeah, I'm going to get my FIFA, my NBA, my WWE, my Madden, my everything. I don't think people who are buying these consoles, the Switch that is, are buying them specifically to play this, because there are people out there, believe it or not, like I mentioned, people who are hanging on to their PS3s and 360s who just want to buy FIFA every year, who just want to buy WWE every year, who just want to buy NBA every year. Well, WWE is a bad example, but NBA, FIFA, Madden, basically the annual sports games that get released every year. They buy one, maybe 2 games a year, so they don't need to upgrade to a PS4 or an Xbox One or a PC. So you see where the train of thought comes from. So it's a weird situation. We'll see how it unfolds. To be honest, if it doesn't sell exceptionally well digitally, it wouldn't surprise me if the game was cancelled in a physical form on Nintendo Switch for NBA 2K18, that is. We'll see how it goes anyway. We don't know yet. There's multiple factors that could be in play that we don't know about, and we just don't know the logistics of the decision at the end of the day. It's all wild, irresponsible speculation here. Anyway, speculation aside, let me know in the comment section below, why do you think this is happening? Why do you think it's going to be a digital-only release at first? Why do you think we're going to get a later physical version? And why do you think WWE in general is being released much later? Why do I keep saying much later? It's only a couple of months. Well, a couple of months too late, but you get the point. But WWE is being released later in general in both forms on the Nintendo Switch. What do you think are the reasons? Do you think it's good, bad, knock-on effects? Do you think we'll have any of them? Let me know all that, comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.